Hi guys, this is Sydney. I wanted to film today because I feel like I've been doing a lot of very smoky, bold eyes, bold lips kind of look. So I thought I would do a bit of a different look, which I've been really into recently. It's more like minimal makeup, like very natural skin showing through and flushed cheeks and lips. So I thought I would create that look today. So yeah. First things first, I've already moisturized my skin. I've applied till my sunscreen and I'm gonna move right into the base. As for the base, I am gonna be using this VELY Aura Glow Cushion in the shade 21 Light, and I've been obsessed with this cushion because it gives such a nice glow. It's not got that much of a coverage, but it definitely kind of evens out your skin tone, but really lets your natural skin to show through. So I've already used the thing that came with it and I just changed the refill. I do actually really like the puff that comes with it, but I generally prefer using a beauty blender. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and use the cushion. This is slightly lighter than my skin tone because it just reflects the light on the skin, I feel like, but when it's all applied on the face, I don't think it's that bad in terms of how it matches my skin tone. I've got asked so many times what kind of base I was wearing when I wore this cushion in real life and even in my vlogs. So I've actually bought 2 more refills for me to use when I go to Korea. It doesn't really have that much of a coverage. I definitely do need a separate concealer, but today is not really about having a full coverage flawless skin. It's about making your natural skin showing through. And then it's time to move on to the brows, and usually I would go for brow pencils, but these two are the products I'm going to be using today. One's Max Pro Longwear waterproof brow set and the other one is by a brand called TALIKA. I think I got it from a beauty subscription box or something, and it's the Tinted Eyebrow Conditioning Gel. So it's got a felt tip like that, which makes it very easy because it's flat and slanted. And I have been recently obsessed with this MAC brow gel, brow set as they say, and this is in the shade Bold Brunette, and I'm gonna get rid of the excess product. That's the thing with brow gels, brown brow gels, they do kind of look clumpy on the eyebrows, but if you just, get rid of the excess product, it works so much better. Firstly, I'm just gonna comb through the brows before using the brow set. And then I'm gonna grab the brow set and start combing the brows. Can you tell the difference? I just went over with this product. But I do have better brow on this side because I feel like I sleep on this side. So I'm just gonna do the same on the other side. This is where I grab the Tinted Brow Pen like this. I don't think this has any shade name. Oh, I lied, brown. So I'm gonna take this pen and just make brow strokes for that bushy, natural looking kind of brow look. I honestly love this product. I'm definitely going to repurchase this. So that's the brows done on this side. It's just a lot easier because this is my better brow. Now I'm going to struggle a lot more on this side, so probably going to fast forward it. And another thing I love about this brow pen is that it's not too red or too yellow. It's also not crazy pigmented that you can't really control. But also the other brow pens I bought, they are not pigmented enough, so I struggle to kind of fill in feather-like strokes. And then going back to the brow set, I'm gonna grab some more of the product and mainly focus it in the very beginning of the brows. And then it's time to move on to the eyeshadows. And I'm just gonna get rid of the excess foundation that's kind of creased because I'm not going to be using any eye primer today. As I have a liquid eyeshadow that doesn't really need a primer because it just stays in place really well when it sets down. This is Glossier's Lid Star in the shade Cub, which is so cute. Just reminds me of my science lessons. This is like this gorgeous, like rosy, goldy, reflective product, and once it sets down it just doesn't really budge, and it's got like a doe foot applicator like that. I am gonna take that shade on my lids. I haven't really been into liquid eyeshadows for like absolute ages, but ever since I came across these I've been reaching for them a lot on a day-to-day basis. With this you really need to blend it quickly because it just sets down really quickly, and once it's set it doesn't really want to move, so you have to put it on and then blend it right away. That's why I like to do one eye at a time. Just gives like a really nice kind of color and sheen to the eyelids. Then working on this side. Applying it once more, closer to the lash line. And then I'm going to take that on my bottom lash line with this flat Sigma E15 brush. And blend it out for extra natural look. And that is literally it with the eyeshadow today. And then I'm going to move on to curling my lashes and applying the mascara. Like so, and then I'm gonna apply the mascara fixer like I always do, which is by Etudes. I like having super defined lashes, so I take time in applying this fixer. Just really pushing the lashes upwards. In terms of the mascara, I have this YSL's Volume Effect Full Seal the Color Smudge Proof Mascara, which has a bigger like sort of rubbery wand than the mascaras I usually use, but this actually gives like a really natural lashes, but it just holds the curl really well, so I thought it would be perfect for this kind of makeup look. I am just gonna apply that really carefully because I don't want that on my lids. And I think this is like the first YSL mascara I used, and I really actually quite like this, especially for this kind of natural looking makeup. It's not like super thickening, but it just coats the lashes and keeps the curl. I think you can definitely tell why I thought this mascara was perfect for this makeup look, because it hardly like clumps up, but just like gives good definition. So that's the eye makeup done, and I'm not even gonna bother like tightlining the eyes because I want to keep it very natural today. So I'm gonna move back to the face, and going back to the face I am going to be using this Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Storm, which is one of those kind of rosy brick kind of red, and I'm gonna be taking that on my cheeks. This one doesn't really set quickly, so you don't have to be like super careful or super fast. And blend everything out, which makes it like a really naturally flushed kind of color, which I absolutely love for the winter times. That's the blush on. I'm not going to be contouring today because I want to keep the look really fresh and natural, but I am going to be using a liquid, no not liquid, like this is like a cream highlighter. It's by Tata Harper and it's their very highlighting luminous definition. It looks white in the jar, but once it's like blended in, it looks so natural. So I'm gonna take that with my finger, and it's just like a really moisturizing cream. This would give such a nice glow without making it look like shimmery or glittery. Just looks like your skin's like shining. And give that extra glow. And lastly, it's time to move on to the lips. And as for the lips, I want to keep it still very natural and create the real kind of My Lips But Better look. And the reason why I'm calling this the real My Lips But Better look is because I'm not sure if it's just me, but I used to be obsessed with chapsticks, and they recently came out with their tinted lip balms, which are these. They are the moisture tints, and I was super happy when they reached out because it just reminds me of my school days, and I feel like these give like the perfect amount of color to your lips. I've tried all of the 5 shades. There's Pink Nude, which is this kind of a pale pinkish shade, which I think is perfect on a day-to-day basis because you don't really need a mirror to reapply. And the next one is one of my favorites, which is Coral Blush. It's this kind of a corally beigey shade, and there are these 2 vibrant pink shades. This one is Rose Petal, which is slightly more on the warm side, and there is of course Flaunt in Fuchsia, which is slightly on the cooler side. Then last but certainly not least, there is House Red, which is the most kind of bold pigmented color of the bunch. These are good because they don't have like mineral oil and they only have natural ingredients, and I don't know which shade to go for today. Actually, I'm gonna go with my favorite shade first, which is Coral Blush, and apply it all over the lips. This alone is such a gorgeous shade, but I loved pairing this shade with like slightly warm toned orangey shades or like red lipsticks. Like so. I could keep it like this, but I want a bit more kind of flushed look in the inner part. So I'm gonna take House Red and not really apply that much because I still want that corally shade showing through. And I just love the combo of those two. It looks so natural on my lips. So I think that's the finished look. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but this is the kind of look that I've been obsessed with lately. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. As always, thank you so much for tuning in till the very end, and I'll see you guys again real soon in my next one. Bye!